again, Alvon Griffin is my name. Two Worlds Indigenous Radio. I was the host for about 12 years or so. And mainly what the show was about was to support Native artists. Because I found in supporting Native artists would tell you the history in song. They would tell you what's going on in song. And it was a pleasure and a privilege to put that information out. But what we also had an opportunity to do is because it was 2 hours long, and I think I said 9 to 11 Sunday evenings. Because it was 2 hours long, I opened up the second hour to like things that may be going on in Indian country, in the native community. And we were able to broadcast from Standing Rock. There were people who went to Standing Rock from here to support what was going out in Standing Rock that had never heard of WMNF until they played Two Worlds Indigenous Radio at Standing Rock. So we were able to do things like that. We were the only show that Leonard Peltier could actually turn on his radio and hear that show, or perhaps even be on that show. It was extremely important. Not that I was important doing it. It was extremely important to have that type of show. I was contacted by people from Bring Leonard Peltier Home in New York City that had, I think it was a 2-hour concert, which was everybody from Common to Pete Seeger. In fact, Pete Seeger wanted to come on Two Worlds Indigenous Radio to speak directly to Leonard Peltier, but at that time he was 90-something years old and could not stay up that late to come on live, which is what he wanted to do. So anyway, they asked me to bring the show. Would I air the show so that Leonard Peltier could hear it? I said, of course. And so
I'm sorry to interrupt. I
yes.
just want to make sure
Am I
that
too
you're
loud?
talking right into the microphone. No, you're
Talk
not too
right
loud,
into
actually.
okay.
Like face the microphone, talk right into it.
Use my theater voice, huh?
Yep.
Okay, not a problem. Anyway, and of course I said yes. We could do whatever we could do, even though it was the show, I guguess we'll say, Bring Leonard Home, was longer than 2 hours. We played as much as we could, but we found out later on that it was the prison authorities found out that I was going to air the show, and they made sure that Leonard couldn't hear it. But we at least got it out there. So anyway, the importance of Two Worlds. Now, what had happened to me, and please keep me focused on time, what had happened was that because we had a new station manager, the station manager at one time mentioned that he wanted a music show on Sunday nights. I was talking about 9 to 11. I'm thinking, well, what is it that you think I do? You know, but he wanted to change it, and it seemed that he wanted more of a new age kind of thing to happen. And I get that, but see, if you're listening to Two Worlds and you're supporting the artist, you're getting new age also. You're getting rock, folk, hip hop, traditional, all that you're getting. So it's like, it was there. But then I thought, well, what's going on here? So it came back to me that they wanted to cut the show in half, wanted to start it later, 10 to 11. And I'm saying, I do stories that are like 15 minutes long, you know, and then eventually I got 10 to 12. And so me being at the station 20-ish years or so, it being a community radio station, I went to the community that I knew that listened and asked, well, what do you think? What do you think we should do? 10 to 12, 10 to 11? And everyone that got back with me said that was too late. It was too late. No, we shouldn't do it. Okay. I pitched the idea of doing Two Worlds during the day, and then I found out that they put together another system that Two Worlds would not have fit into, as far as what I was told. Like say, for example, you must get to them, whoever them, I don't know who that is, what it is that you're going to play. And I played music that was not written down. I couldn't say the title of the song because it's in a language that's not written. But all of this came about at a very, very sensitive time for people in Indian country, the taking away of Two Worlds. And I mentioned that, thank you. I mentioned that to them. I said, you really don't want to touch Two Worlds right now, because what had happened is we found 215 bodies or graves outside a residential school in Canada, 215 at that time. On the air, people would call me and they would be crying and saying how sorry, blah, blah, all sorts of different things. And of course, once again, I'm the only one in the studio, and so I'm trying to talk to them and comfort them and do the show at the same time. And there were several who wanted to pledge money in the names of the children. So anyway, in closing, what's happened is, I don't know how many people still listen to MNF. The last thing I heard was 215. The last thing I was able to get out was number 215. Now it's over 10,000 graves have been found. And who's saying it? Where do you find this out? I have no voice to say it. Anyway, I know it's about time for me to wrap it up. I got that TV, right? Anyway, thank you so much for being here and doing what you do. And if it's nothing more than listening, we appreciate you. Thank you.